What's good, Stella? Gang? It's your boy Up Class. You now tuned in to the Realist Reaction channel on YouTube. I need everyone to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Don't get punched in the face for thinking I'm just a YouTuber. BMG got the city hot.
Like Curry. I swear none of these niggas are ops, cause none of these niggas is 30.
They said DTHANG bail is set at 15K.
Released from prison at 24, but he has probation, is what you're saying?
Right. It says
He may,
parole. He may be on parole because it says 1826.
Y'all know what's going on, chat. Yo, we back with another one. Y'all know what's going on. Literally less than 24 hours, we got an update. You heard? So DTHANG yesterday at 6 in the morning got arrested in Miami-Dade. You know what I'm saying? Possession of a gun as a convicted felon. Now, there's a lot of speculation whether he's on parole, this, that, and the third. We have an update, and I'm going to play this update for you before I come back with my commentary.
is it Mr. Collins?
Mr. Daniel Collins.
How you doing?
Good afternoon. Actually, sir, you're charged with having committed the offense of possession of a firearm or weapon with ammunition by a convicted felon, which is a second-degree felony. I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you, and I'm going to be taking a look at the arrest affidavit to determine your bond status. How long have you been in Dade County?
Since yesterday, like a day.
And so you're from New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now look at this, right? Now they could be real messy with this situation too. From listening to this, he said he's been in the yens for a day. So if you been there for a day, yo, you already got caught with a strap. Now they might even try to be so messy and say he came across state lines with that shit. You feel me? Obviously they gonna run it to see where it came from and shit, right? Now let's say that shit does not come from Miami or whatever, or if it's scratched off or whatever. They're gonna try to make it look like, yo, that nigga brought that shit from next state and shit. It's wicked, bro.
Standard bond, $7,500.
Judge, the state's requesting an increased bond in that the defendant has no local ties. According to the arrest affidavit, the defendant has a violent criminal past, including a felony conviction from New York City. I'm looking at his FCIC and NCICs. It looks like he was released from prison last year, and that crime also involves a firearm. State's request is $25,000.
What is his conviction in that he was just released last year for?
Grabbing.
Hold on.
It says criminal possession weapon -2, loaded firearm other than a person's home or business. It was a conviction. It says term 2 years, post-release supervision 2 years.
Released from prison at 24, but he has probation, is what you're saying?
Right. It says
He may,
parole. He may be on parole because it says 1826, and then it says parole discharge 1825. So he may have gotten off of parole in January.
Hold on, so who is DTHANG talking to right now? Like, I see him talking to somebody. Who is he talking to? Yeah,
Good luck,
he's
sir.
talking to somebody.
Kevin Juka?
Crazy works, chat.
Yeah, chat. So now this is actually good news. This is actually really good news for DTHANG. You know, it seems the state didn't know whether DTHANG was on parole or not. Neither they said they think he's on parole. I guess he's not on parole, chat. But first thing first, you know what I'm saying? My take on this whole thing about I hope you guys take notes, and I hope you guys take notes of how he talked to the judge, how he was talking with some respect. You know, he could do a couple things better when it comes to what he's saying to the judge. When he's responding to the judge saying, yeah, and this and that. Don't do that. You gotta be like, you honestly, like, if you really want the judges to be on your side, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, kiss their ass a little bit. Like, not for nothing, but it's,
Bro, shut up. Shut up. Like, what are you even saying right now, my nigga? The judge is not gonna be on your side regardless, bro. The judge might be lenient to you, but the judge should never be on your side if you're a criminal, and especially if they got proof of your criminal activity, bro. The judge is never on your side. No matter how much ass kissing you do, the judge won't be on your side. Yes, it's good to be respectful in a courtroom if you looking for leniency and shit like that. But all that, you gotta kiss they ass and all that shit ain't cool. If you ain't gotta kiss nobody ass, bro. The judge, you respond to the judge, yes, no. You know, you could say Your Honor and all of that shit, you know, as an extra respect and shit, but they don't require you to say Your Honor and all of that shit, bro. It's them extra judges who want to be super like, oh yeah, you gotta. Man, please. The majority of the judges ain't even doing that. They trying to get the case over with so they could go to the next case. And you can see that was the case in this situation too. The judge is like, call the next person, bro. Like, y'all niggas talk about some 25,000. Man, I already said how much I'm saying the bail. Boom. You feel me? Next case, nigga, straight up. The judges don't really, man, them niggas don't care about that, nigga. They don't care about that. And they see with this situation, he coming to court, he's locked up, he's in orange. She look at that nigga like everybody else that's coming in there with orange. It's not like he outweigh could come in there with a suit and be presentable so they could see, yo, he takes his case serious and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, judge don't care about all that extra shit, bro.
This is how it works. They control your freedom to an extent. So you gotta say yes, Your Honor, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know, but I think D-Thang did a good job. He did a pretty good job at you know what I'm saying? He made a lot of dumb facial expressions and shit, but I don't know what they was talking about because it was muted, so who knows? But shit, I mean, either way, you know what I'm saying? They did good. The judge tried to send $7,500 bail or bond, whatever, and the state kind of shut it down. Like, whoa, we're gonna ask for an increase. We don't want 7,500. We want 15,000. The judge was like,
25,000.
15K bond, and then that's what it was.
Hold on, what? Go back.
In Florida, how he
go back.
Kevin Juka.
Probably she said the bill.
Parole discharge 1825. So he may have gotten off of parole in January.
She said the bill.
26. And then it says parole discharge one.
He has probation, is what you're saying?
Right. It says parole. He may be on parole because it says 1826. And then it says parole discharge 1825. So he may have gotten off of parole in January. Other than a person's home or business. It was a conviction. It says
I probably won't find that, but I ain't fuck that shit.
And the state kind of shut it down. Like, whoa, we're gonna ask for an increase. We don't want 7,500. We want 15,000. The judge was like, I bet 15K bond, and then that's what it was. In Florida, it's not New York. I believe you still only have to pay 10%. So, what's 10% of 15,000? 1.5K. It's not a lot of money at all. It sounds about right for Florida. If you get caught with a gun, you really not paying that much. If you get caught with a gun in New York, you gotta, holy shit, it's like 10 to 25K bail. That's with the 10% already, and then you gotta fucking pay for retained lawyer on.
I'm not gonna continue reacting to this shit. I'm gonna end it here, you feel me? Cause like I said, I gotta tell y'all niggas, Brody is my boy, you feel me? And I don't wanna make it feel like niggas trying to rain on his parade and shit, but I ain't gonna front. Bail for a firearm in New York is gonna be 25K with bail bonds. Is crazy. If you got a bail, if your bail is 25K with bail bonds for a firearm in New York City, you might have had like 5 firearm charges already, bro. 25K with the bail, like after bail bonds, your bail is 25K. Like you gotta pay that at the bail bonds. That's outrageous, bro. Hell no, hell no. So what the original bail was, $250,000 for a strap charge, bro? Hell no, nigga, that's not it, papa. That's not happening. Your bail be, nigga, majority of the time, strap charges, your bail be like 5K, 25K. You feel me? For a strap charge, like 25K would be like 2,500 at the bail bonds and shit like that. You feel me? And shit like that. It ain't no crazy shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like 25,000 after bail bonds is crazy. It's not happening. But niggas bail, most of the time, bro, everybody that I know had a strap charge, they bail was probably like $5,000. You know what I'm saying? $5,000. If you having mad strap charges, they probably up it a little bit, but not 25,000 after bail bonds. That's crazy. After bail bonds. Remember, I have to keep saying after bail bonds. That's who he's trying to say. Nah, that's not happening. If you not subscribed to Stella Gang yet, what you waiting for? Come on, join the squad, man. Stella Gang got the city hot. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you notified every time I drop a new video, man. BMG got the city hot. Y'all niggas know what's going on, man.